Hey guys, Fox here. I just wanted to get some game gots done here, but I also wanted to pass on a little personal update. My family had some unfortunate news come down over the past month, and that my son, let's just call him Little Fox, had come down with, he was diagnosed with cancer. This is a terrifying thing, one of the most terrifying things that any parent will have to ever deal with. So we were quite distraught, and since then we've seen oncologists and learned that fortunately his cancer is Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's one of the most treatable and curable forms of cancer. So all things considered, that was good news. So the large amount of pickups is probably going to slow down over the future here until we get him through treatment, because as most people who had to deal with this before know that even with insurance, this could be a costly process. So I'll still be getting a few things here and there, but it's just mostly just mainstays. I probably will slow down on retro collecting and stuff like that, and I'll only pick up a few main titles that I need that I'll want to play when they come out. Like Demon Souls for the PS5, stuff like that. Trails of Cold Steel 4 will be coming, and that will be a good escape game for me. Anyway, Little Fox, he's doing very well. You wouldn't be able to tell that he's sick. So I think, and we're pretty positive, and so do the doctors, think that everything's going to be fine. He's going to come through just fine. It's just going to be a little hiccup in the life road, but we'll be good. And I'll be sure to pass on some short updates when I upload some more videos. I don't want to make it all about that, because most of you people are here to check out the video games and stuff like that. So, thanks for listening to my little life update there. But let's get on with the cots here. First up, one of my most exciting things to pick up, because I've been looking for one for a long time, and that's a Neo Geo Pocket Color. This is a Japanese slim variant. But I picked it up for a really good deal. Sound works well, the buttons all work good, the screen looks good, so I'm happy to finally have one of these. I slowly am finding games for it. It's just the games for this thing are not very cheap, especially the decent ones that you do want to play. One that I'm really looking forward to trying to find is a copy of Neo Turf Masters, the golf game. That's one of I like playing small golf games on these handhelds, so yeah. Alright, some Game Gear pickups here. I got Super Columns. We got Super Monaco GP. A copy of G-Lock Air Battle. Hopefully you guys can see these through the case okay. Star Trek: The Next Generation, the Advanced Holodeck Tutorial. I'm actually kind of interested on how that plays. It's probably garbage, but you never know. We got Tesserae. I think this is a puzzle game. I'm not entirely sure. And Cutthroat Island. I got a couple import Game Boy games here. This one's Motocross Maniacs for the Japanese Game Boy. And the other one, I have no idea what it's called. Because it's all in Japanese and I have no idea. I mean, I could pull it up with like a Google Translate or something and be able to figure it out. But when I get these, I usually find them for like under $1 at a store. So I usually pick it up. Why not? I got a very nice box copy of the game Genie for the Game Boy. I thought this was pretty cool, because back in the early 90s, game genies were a relevant thing. Just to get cheat codes, you can manage to get your way through some of the harder games. But I don't have any Game Genies in my collection, so it's kind of nice to have this one, especially for the Game Boy, because that's what I collect a lot for. Alright, I got a stack of Black Label Nintendo games that I don't have any of in my collection, and got it for a really good deal on eBay. So pretty excited to add these to the collection. Now I prefer them, of course, it's complete in the box, but I can't argue with the price. So I got a copy of Super Mario Bros, Gyromite, Duck Hunt. These are all very clean. 10-Yard Fight. And lastly, Pro Wrestling. Yeah, all ones I didn't have, and then a guy was selling a lot of those for, I think I got it for 25 bucks. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Some of those aren't worth much, but the Mario Bros on its own and the Duck Hunt, I'm sure, are probably worth at least that much. All right, modern stuff. Let's go to Switch. I got the Darius Cosmic Collection, the arcade version. There's a console one, and I guess recently they announced another one that has more Darius games in it. I was listening to some other YouTubers, and apparently this is probably the version you want, is the arcade one. I guess the console one's not that great, or it's just easier to find those games elsewhere. So I was excited to get this. I like to get a little shoot 'em ups going every once in a while, especially on the Switch. Came with a little pin, Darius pin, and like a little postcard thing. Kind of nice. Do people still do postcards? I wonder. My son's been into Minecraft lately, which is probably not shocking for any other parent out there, because apparently that's the thing that kids love to play. But it's a good game for him because he's very creative, and he likes to he likes to draw pictures, make art, make his own books, so stuff like that. And Minecraft really fits that because he can just keep on creating. He goes in creative mode and just makes towns, cities, he makes statues, characters, all kinds of stuff, and he has a good time with it. So I figured I would get Minecraft Dungeons, and we could probably play this one together. I'll just pick up a digital copy for the other Switch, and we can maybe do a little dungeon crawling, see how he likes this. Probably not as much, but I think he'll still have fun with it. Last Switch game I picked up was a visual novel that I hear is quite good, and I'm not much for visual novels, granted. Because I tend to get a little bored with them. But maybe the story will keep me engaged, and I hear a lot of good things, and I found it on sale at Best Buy, and that's Aokana, I think is how you pronounce it. Or is it Okana? I don't know. 4 Rhythms Across the Blue. So, nice artwork. And it's gotten pretty good reviews, especially for the visual novel series of games. They tend not to get the best reviews, but some of them do. So they got a really good story. So I figured on sale I may pop this in the Switch and give it a shot. PS4, I finally picked up a copy of Atelier Rizza. I really like the characters in this game. I gave it a shot and I started it a little bit. I guess I wasn't in the mood when I was trying to play it because the tutorials were starting to become abundant and very quick and fast before I got the handle of things. And I kind of got a little overwhelmed and had no idea what I was doing when I was synthesizing stuff. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Although I like the characters. I liked Rizza, her peppy nature, and the other characters on there too here. And I think I would enjoy this, but maybe I'll give it another shot later when I'm more in the mood to learn that alchemy system. I also picked up Wasteland 3. This was one that I really wanted to play. I've gotten through probably half of the game playing with a buddy of mine, but I found it to be just far too buggy. A lot of crashing, a lot of having to restart and saving. I saved so much in this because I'm afraid it's going to crash. So I think I'm going to shelve it for now and return to it when release some more patches to fix those bugs. I'm sure they will. Here's one that I'm really happy that I bought because I'm really having a good time with it, and that's 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. This is a hybrid between a visual novel and a real-time strategy / turn-based combat game with mechs. It's really unique the way they lay it out. It's one of the coolest time travel games I've ever played, and I'm saying that after playing games like Chrono Trigger and Radiant Historia. This game is really good. The story is very, very well put together. It's a very unique way to play it. You got 13 different characters that you can start working on their stories, and they have different branching paths depending on choices you pick. You can also bounce between the different characters anytime you want. You can also choose to do battles when you feel like it. It's a separate menu where you do battles, a separate menu where you do character story, and there's another menu that talks about it's like mystery. They call them mystery files and stuff. So you can catch up on some of the story elements, or you don't remember what happened with like a certain character or what an item did there. You can go back to this file system that'll tell you more about it. I really like the way it's laid out. The combat's a lot of fun. It doesn't look very impressive, but the way it's done, the system is a lot of fun. It's real-time strategy until you have you select a character, and while you're in their menu to choose what like types of attack or movement or what you want them to do, time pauses, and you select what you want them to do, and then immediately goes into the real time, and the enemies start moving around, your characters are moving if you want them to move, and you can stop characters while they're moving to perform attacks because the enemies are doing something different. It's really well involved. The combat's well done. Also, not to mention, the art style is phenomenal, and that's due to it being a Vanillaware game for those who are fans of Dragon's Crown, Muramasa, Odin Spheres, of those games. So, love this. I would highly recommend it to anyone if you can stand a little visual novel. And it's well put together, and one thing that's good about this is they released a day one patch for full English translation, and I mean full English voice translation. Everything is voiced over, and it sounds great, and they got an incredible voice cast to do the voiceovers, and it sounds phenomenal. Really, really well put together game. When Atlas published this over here, they put money towards it to make sure that it was a solid title, and I'm really like this is up there, one of my favorite games of the year. All right, enough blabbing about that. The last thing I got, TurboGrafx 16 Mini. So Amazon finally got these back in stock, and I've been wanting one, and I didn't want to pay over its actual MSRP price, which is $100. I want one of these because honestly, collecting for TurboGrafx 16 is almost impossible. It's very expensive, and that's even if you can find the games. But it has a really good library, so I'm so happy to find this. And I can't wait to actually pop it out of its package to play it. But it supports a lot of the English games. Let me pull this up a little closer and not get that light glare here. But you got a lot of shooters, the good pinball games. There are a few RPGs on here, puzzle games, action games. You got some Splatterhouse on here. There's some good stuff on here, a lot of fun stuff. Kadash, it's a really good collection of games, but it also includes a slew of PC Engine games. Now, the only problem I noticed here is that they've added some games on here. Let's see here, where's Newtopia? So here's Newtopia 2. I don't know why they decided to give you Newtopia 2 in Japanese as well, when this is the English release. I don't know, maybe they sell these in Japan as well, so you can just flip-flop, maybe it saves on the manufacturing. I don't know for sure, but they have PC Engine, so they have a PC Engine Mini. I don't get it. And here's the unfortunate thing, they give you Snatcher But it's only in Japanese, so you can't even play it. Sucks. But it's got a lot of good stuff on here. Superstar Soldier. There's some Japanese things that you can't play, but there's some stuff you definitely can't play, like Snatcher and any of these heavy text games. You're not going to know what the hell's going on unless you can read Japanese. So there we have it. There's some game gots. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and thanks for watching.